Sorry. Just trying to tune the volume, everybody. Okay, I think we're live. This is gonna be a weird one, but I just thought, hey, why not? This could be kind of fun. Um, so obviously, I'm kind of a movie guy. If anyone hasn't noticed that from all the movie yapping I've done, um, among my various hobbies, um, I do also specifically collect uh, what is often called like boutique Blu-rays, right? Like I have a bunch of Criterion films. I have some Arrow. I have some Umbrella. I also have some like non-boutique label Blu-rays, right? Like I just have like the generic studio labels and whatever. I don't have a gigantic collection, but I've been collecting. Collecting Criterion for uh, not quite 20 years. Like I started getting some Criterion DVDs, not even Blu-rays, but DVDs. Like when I was in college, I was finding them at like used stores, and my collection kind of sat and didn't evolve very much for quite some time. And then just in the last couple of years, it's been kind of on my mind to get back into physical media collecting. Um, I think it's been on a lot of people's minds, and there's been a lot of how should I put this? Like, there's been a lot of discussion as like internet um, quality has been a concern on people's minds when people talk about like enshittification and like like services becoming worse. Um, so you know, that's kind of prompted me to get back into physical media collection a little bit. And for anyone who's not familiar with the Criterion collection, Criterion is like, they're like the OG, like, they're like the granddaddy of like serious high quality physical home media releases. Like it's not just that they release good movies. Like that's not kind of like, despite their name, the Criterion collection, like a Criterion is supposed to be like the thing against which you measure other qualities. Despite that name and some indications in their language towards it, like curated guide, or whatever, like the reality of the situation is that Criterion, they deliberately do this mix of kind of like historically important films with a handful of like contemporary art house and foreign films, and then they periodically throw in these weird populist kind of curveballs every once in a while that kind of help to fund the entirety of the collection, because a lot of what they do is film preservation. Like they're doing film preservation that nobody else really wants to do, and like doing really really good quality restorations of like old films that just like are never going to be able to generate enough money to get serious releases otherwise. They also do things like they commission original art to be the cover of their films. So like right here, for example, Del Toro's Pinocchio. This cover illustration is like an original painting by James Jean, who is like really fabulous illustrator. Like comic fans will know James Jean from. He did all like a lot of the covers for a lot of like smart cool comics in the early 2000s. Um they just got a cover by Chris Ware, that should pop up somewhere. I mean, some of these are just like existing assets in some capacity or another, but they commission real artists to do cool custom covers. They usually commission film theorists or like philosophers and whatnot to do essays for the booklets that come with them. They usually have really really good um, like these releases will have really really good special features, like original special features that Criterion is specifically producing. They also do they are basically the ones who invented the idea of a director's cut. And like, the idea has been around for so long that people will sometimes hesitate at that idea. But like, here's the thing, like, prior to the existence of home media, nobody really had a concept of what a director's cut was. Like, generally it's like what you got in the theaters was the only assumption of like what a film could possibly be, right? And Criterion, they get started as this home media company in the 80s, and I believe they get started with laser discs, actually. And they start doing this thing where it's like they actually get director approval for their releases. And not only do they get director approval, but they like open it up to directors to be like, oh, hey, if you want to create an alternate cut of your film because you prefer it over what ended up in theaters, like, Criterion basically invents that idea. And that's like kind of crazy to think about, but it's like to this day there's like a bunch of releases. Let's see if this one has it. It might not have it, but like usually on the outsides of these, on the physical object, let me actually let's see, Criterion director approved sticker. On the physical releases, they'll have these stickers that are like they have these, they're not real signatures, but I mean it's just a sticker, but it's like the idea is that like they do get these things signed off, and like the directors put their name to it to be like, yes, this is like my approved version of the film, which is like very cool. And Criterion, as a result, has this cult following because they're like the OG in this game. There are a bunch of other producers in this style. Like there is Vinegar Syndrome. There's Arrow, Blu-ray. Let's see, Arrow Video. Like Arrow, yeah, they got a big license of Stranger Things, but same model where it's like they have a few of these big populist releases, but that like helps to fund them doing like funky, GI Samurai, Westworld, not the TV show, but like the like old movie. Like this is a whole thing, and like they started this thing. Vinegar Syndrome is another one. Vinegar Syndrome mostly focuses on like low budget, like Z grade horror films. There's who am I also thinking? There's Scream it's Shout Factory and Scream Factory. Shout Factory is the parent label, and then Scream Factory is like their sub label specifically for horror. I have a few Shout Factory and few Scream Factory discs over on the shelf too. But anyway, we're not talking about that now. Criterion's, because they are very high quality and they're existing to they need, they're like, they're not doing mass sales, and like a lot of their stuff is kind of niche. A lot of their products are quite expensive. Like you can see the 4K MSRP is $49.95. That's US dollars. So $50 US for a 4K. Blu-rays are $40, DVDs are $30. Those are expensive. So Criterion fans like myself, keep an eye out, because twice a year, once right now in like March, and then usually once again in like November, they do a 24-hour flash sale where everything is 50% off and people buy a bunch, because things are kind of limited edition. Like they do reprints, but like sometimes things go out of print, and then like suddenly it becomes like impossible to find them or really, really expensive. So I'm gonna do a little bit of shopping, and I thought it would be fun just to do like this is kind of impromptu because this happened all of a sudden. I kind of knew it was going to happen today, but I wasn't 100% sure. So So I just thought to myself, like, hey, let's talk through some movies and look at what they have to offer. And I'm not going to go through the whole buying process, but we will. I thought it'd be fun. Let's just talk through some purchases. I'm mostly going to be looking at. I feel like this isn't the right. This isn't the screen I like looking at. How do we just get filter? We're doing 4K. So obviously Blu-ray is great, and there's one or two Blu-rays that I would consider getting, because there's certain things that were also just shot on film stock where like translation to 4K doesn't really matter that much. Like there's some pieces in the collection that were shot on like 16 millimeter, and it's like you can get like you could do a 4K scan of 16 millimeter. It's fine. Like it will improve the quality, but like the increase in quality that you will get is less than if you're scanning 35 millimeter film stock. There's also some things that are like Spike Lee's film Bamboozled, which was shot on like kind of bad digital film grain. Like that's a really good movie, but like I don't think it'll ever. I think it literally will never come to 4K. Like it might not even really be full H. It might not even be true HD Blu-ray. Like they might have slightly better than DVD quality depending on what digital video it was shot on, but based on the time it was shot, we're never getting 4K of Bamboozled. But we're gonna take a look at some stuff, and oh yeah, so there's this thing called Spine, right? So all Criterions have Criterion spines. All of their releases have this same, you see this bar running across it, and they all have a unique spine number. So like every film ever released in the history of Criterion has a specific Criterion spine number. So yeah, Seven Samurai was the second film that they ever released. Seventh Seal was the 11th film they ever released. This is Spinal Tap, super fun, kind of more populist film, number 12. So they don't have 4Ks of everything. They don't have 4Ks of a lot of things, but can I just do? Wait, is Shop the Collection what I actually want? 4K discs. There we go. This is, I think, the better way to. Okay, and this is no longer in spine order. This is going to be alphabetical. 4K, as I said, is going to be the main goal. But sorry, this is rambling again. I didn't exactly have a plan for this, but I had to keep myself from spending too much money, and also to make myself a little bit more thoughtful about my decisions. I thought, like, why not? Let's talk through some decision making. And what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to just get 4K discs, because that adds up to be $100. And $100 isn't a small amount of money, but it's like an amount of money I can kind of like rationalize and be like, okay, this is a unit of money I can understand in a very easy way in terms of how it fits into my like monthly budget or whatever. Let's start going through some movies. 310 to Yuma. Never seen the original. I'm not a huge Western guy, so I'm not going to consider it. 8.5 by Federico Fellini, of course, one of the most legendary films of all time. I already have the regular Blu-ray, not the 4K, and it is a great film, but I don't so dearly personally love it that I would feel the need to upgrade from Blu-ray to 4K. Adventures of Antoine Douanel. I don't know that, but it's a collector's set, so that's probably going to break my rule. Yeah, so it's the MSRP was $125. I don't know who this is. Beautiful looking set. Oh, okay. 400 Blows. Yeah, 5 films by Francois Truffaut. 400 Blows I would probably consider getting on its own. I don't know if I'm enough of a Truffaut fan to invest in this set, but cool. Okay, that's explained. Adventures of Baron Munchausen. I have this one. I got this at besides Criterion having a twice annual 50% off sale, Barnes and Noble also twice a year. Usually it's once in the summer, also once in the winter. I think it's usually June and December for Barnes and Noble, as memory serves. And it's also not a 24-hour flash sale for them. I think it's 3 weeks long. Or 2 weeks long, something like that. I can't recall off the top of my head. But I got Baron Munchausen at their last 50% off sale. Great movie. Terry Gilliam, of course. I love Terry Gilliam. It's weird because I don't necessarily immediately think of myself as being like... I was talking with a friend of mine about this just a few months ago, actually, where it's like... We were both kind of the agreement where we were like, oh yeah, Terry Gilliam's not that good. We don't really like him. And then I was like... Well, I do love Brazil. Like, Brazil is like one of my favorite films of all time. And then my friend was like, yeah, Brazil is really good. And my friend was like, yeah, but I also really love Time Bandits. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I love Time Bandits too. And then I was like, oh, you know what I love besides Time Bandits? I love Baron Munchausen. And he was like, oh yeah, Baron Munchausen's great. You know what's also great? 12 Monkeys. And I was like, yeah, man, 12 Monkeys is awesome. And we just realized like, oh, we're talking through basically his entire filmography. And, yeah, I guess we do actually really like Terry Gilliam. Very cool movie. But yeah, I have it already. After Hours by Scorsese, not a priority for me. There's other Scorseses I would rather do. Because I actually don't think I have any Criterion Scorseses. But there's other ones I'm a little bit more interested in. And I know it's probably cliche, but it's like, so Taxi Driver isn't in the Criterion collection? At least I don't think it is. Is Taxi Driver Criterion collection? I don't think it is. I don't think it ever has been. No, they've done essays about it, but there's never been a... Or they maybe had it in an early day, apparently. Early commentary track. Huh. Yeah, Laserdisc edition of the film. If they ever do a 4K of Taxi Driver, I know it's cliche, but I would probably get Taxi Driver. I'd be there for it. Akira Kurosawa's Dreams, incredibly beautiful film. Not a priority for me. All of Us Strangers. I can't say I know this. Andrew Scott, Paul Mescal. Is this a new film? Queer Love and Loneliness. 2023 film. I don't know this movie. I'm not like... I don't know it, so I'm not gonna go in on something I don't know. But, okay, I guess I should look into it. Altered States. Altered States is an interesting one that I would... We're gonna leave tabs open when I'm like considering buying something. Altered States is a cool one. It's a weird one. I saw this movie in college, and I don't think I've seen it since college, but I watched it a couple times in college. It's a weird film that's a little sci-fi. It's a little horror. It is psychedelic. It's about this. I mean, the screenshots make it look way more psychedelic than I think it actually is. Like, a lot of it is actually more of a sober drama, and there are these like really intense dream sequences. But it's about this researcher who becomes fascinated. I think he's an anthropologist, and I think he's learning about like indigenous peoples and the idea of like ancestral memory. And he starts experimenting with a combination of drugs and not sleep deprivation, sensory deprivation chambers, and he gets kind of obsessed with this idea that he can like tap into like primordial consciousness or something, and it becomes increasingly surreal and it kind of becomes this horror movie as, but besides tapping into the consciousness of his primordial side, he also is like losing his humanity, kind of like he's not just communing with his ancestors in the sense of like people living 100 years ago or 1,000 years ago or even 10,000 years ago. He ends up like communing kind of with like something pre-human, like we're talking like 2 million years ago in the evolutionary chain or something. It's a little cheesy in places. I think the ending isn't particularly strong, but I would consider getting this one. It's not a high priority for me, but it's a good one. Nora, I still haven't seen. I'm not mega motivated to see it. I know it won Best Picture, but like I'm not mega motivated to see it. Apu Trilogy, I hear, is outstanding. I've never seen it. But it probably breaks my rule in terms of, you know, wanting to stick to a few $25 movies. Barry Lyndon I already have. I think I only have the Blu-ray. I don't think I have the 4K. I would probably consider getting the 4K someday. I do really like Barry Lyndon. Kubrick film, underrated. Famously, the whole movie looks like paintings because he shot it using like really unconventional film stock and really unconventional lenses to only use natural light, and it really it is quite a beautiful film, and it's one of his more emotionally sincere and I think gentle films. And it's like sad in many regards. Like it's not a happy movie, but it's like it doesn't have that kind of like cold or cynical or nihilistic edge that some of his other movies have, that I think turns a lot of people off from Kubrick, myself included to a certain degree. Even though like he has several movies that are like what I would consider to be among my favorite movies. Like I do love Barry Lyndon. I love 2001: A Space Odyssey. I love The Shining. Like I have 2001 and I have The Shining, not on Criterion. They're not part of Criterion, but I have those both 4K. So I would consider upgrading Barry someday. But I'd prioritize movies I don't yet have. Basquiat's a good movie. I don't know if I care to ever own it. I like Basquiat also as an artist, and like I work in the arts, so like I think it's like a pretty good movie about a painter in the grand scheme of things. We've got Bowie as Andy Warhol. I think Dennis Hopper is playing kind of like a Leo Castelli kind of figure. I forget who Gary Oldman is playing. Gary Oldman is Albert Milo. Hopper is Bischofberger. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Basquiat, Warhol, and Bischofberger are all real people. Albert Milo, I believe, is a composite of multiple real people. Mary Boone, played by Parker Posey, also a real person. Henry Geldzaler, also a real person. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I think I know Rene Ricard. I think he's I think that's a real person. So some of these are real people, some of them are composites. I'm pretty sure Albert Milo is meant to be a composite of Julian Schnabel, who directed the movie. Like Julian Schnabel is a painter who was like around during Basquiat's era. Yeah, I think he's meant to be a composite of like a few of that like New York neo-expressionist like macho painter era. Wait, who's Willem Dafoe? The electrician. Weird. Okay. Well, it's funny that he plays just an electrician in this. I guess I don't remember him in it, but Willem Dafoe was actually like in the art scene in 80s New York. Like he wasn't a painter or anything, but he was part of like a really well respected like underground performance art group. Like he wasn't he was like an experimental theater guy who was not like a traditional actor. Like he was doing like endurance performances and stuff. Really weird if you ever look up his super early stuff, like what he was doing in like the 70s and early 80s, really off-putting, frankly, off-putting and like horrifying kind of to watch. But like in durational performances of like him and his theater crew doing like non-linear narratives and like really like ugly, kind of like painful, repetitious. I don't know. Like they like it is performance art. It is not like narrative theater. Big Heat, don't care. It's a great movie, but not going to prioritize it. Birth, I don't know. 2004. Nicole Kidman. I guess I should have recognized her face. Jonathan Glazer's second feature.
Go home and make something.
I'm not going to go in on something I don't know. Blood Simple, love the Coens, but there's other Coens I would go for ahead of Blood Simple. This is another one, like, I guess this is a little bit less cliche, but if Criterion ever does a Barton Fink DVD, that would be like a priority as of the next sale. If they ever do a Serious Man, like A Serious Man is one of my absolute favorite movies. Serious Man. This one, like if you guys remember this poster, like I have a full size like movie poster version of this poster. One of my favorite movies. I would like consider buying it at full price, like a full $50 just to have it. So there's other Coens I would rather have ahead of Blood Simple, even though Blood Simple is a great movie. Blowout, cool, not a priority to me. Blue Velvet I have already on 4K. Body Heat is an interesting thought. The great Lawrence Kasdan, of course, also Big Chill. What else did Lawrence Kasdan do, actually? Silverado, I think, is what I was thinking of. Filmography as a director. I don't want the definition of a film director, Wikipedia. Yeah, so he wrote Empire Strikes Back, wrote Raiders of the Lost Ark, Body Heat, Big Chill, Accidental Tourist, I Love You to Death, Grand Canyon. Wyatt Earp was the other one I was thinking of. Yeah, interesting. Okay, not quite the depth I was thinking. I guess I was thinking about his Empire Strikes Back, Raiders involvement. Big Chill I just saw for the first time recently. It's going to come up soon, but Body Heat is an interesting thought. Not this time, but maybe eventually. We got 3 in a row that I have. I have Bound 4K, I have Branded to Kill Blu-ray, I have Brazil Blu-ray. Brazil we already have established. One of my absolute favorite movies. I would seriously consider a 4K upgrade. Like it's probably a top 10 movie for me. I would very seriously consider a 4K upgrade. Particularly like if I ever know somebody who's like in real life, like in my city in New York, who's like getting into physical media and they're like, I love Brazil, like I might just gift them my copy, my Blu-ray copy, and then I would buy the 4K for myself. Bound 4K, also incredibly beautiful, by the way. This is, I think, the first 4K that I bought from Criterion. Lana and Lily Wachowski, their first movie before The Matrix, believe it or not. A lot of people don't know. Yeah, they did a film before The Matrix called Bound. It's about lesbians stealing money from the mafia. Really, really like tight, perfect little crime film. Really, really cool. Part of that like 90s neo-noir thing. Breakfast Club, of course, we talked about this idea that like Criterion occasionally puts out not so much art house stuff, but they like put in these occasional populist films that kind of help subsidize the entire rest of the collection. I liked Breakfast Club as a teenager. As an adult, I've kind of soured on it. I have no desire to own it on Criterion, or especially not on 4K. It's the kind of thing that like if I ever see it at like a used store, I would maybe consider it, but not on 4K. Like if I ever saw the Blu-ray at like a secondhand store for $10, maybe. But I feel like if I were to buy it, and specifically the Criterion version, it's like I wouldn't even be buying it for myself. I'd be buying it for like other people. Like if I'm hanging out with people and we want to pop in a movie, like Breakfast Club is like more of a crowd pleaser. Breathless is an interesting thought. I don't have Breathless. I love Breathless. I actually like Jean-Luc Godard quite a bit. Breathless is not my favorite Godard. We'll have to see what other Godards are available as 4Ks. Like I would prefer Contempt, or I would prefer Pierrot la Fou, or maybe Alphaville. But Breathless is like legendary. It's worth considering. Like it's like it is for, I guess, for anyone who doesn't know, Breathless is like the start of French New Wave, right? Like people talk about it as being like the granddaddy. Like there's no argument to be made that by the time it comes into existence, there's no ignoring that the French New Wave exists as a notion. It's a serious thought. Again, I like Godard a lot. So it's worth considering. Really funny to have it immediately next to. So Burden of Dreams is a documentary about the making of Fitzcarraldo, which of course is a Werner Herzog film. Kind of funny to have them next to each other because Herzog is quite famously doesn't like Godard. I don't know if he dislikes him as a person. I don't think that's really the case, or disliked, because Godard is dead now. But there's like a really famous there's a really famous quote by Herzog where he says something to the effect of like Jean-Luc Godard's films are what is it? It's like intellectual counterfeit when compared to a good kung fu movie, something like that. Herzog, Godard, kung fu. What's the full quote? Yeah, intellectual counterfeit. Intellectual counterfeit money. What's the actual quote? Go away. Someone like Jean-Luc Godard for me is intellectual counterfeit money when compared to a good kung fu film. Yeah. Well, then admit it. It's a work of genius. I think that's a really funny statement to make. I like both of them, and I think it's funny that they hate each other. Or like, I guess I don't know if they hate each other, but Herzog at least seemed to be very dismissive of Godard. Burmese Harp. Very good movie. Very interesting. I don't want it, but great movie. Never seen Captain Blood. Errol Finn, though. That would be fun, I'm sure. I don't know if like this would be my film bro, like getting this would be like a film bro equivalent of like being a performative male, like the meme about performative males being guys who like dress really well and then go in public to like read a book, to be like seen reading a book. I feel like this, owning this and being like, oh yeah, I have a 30s adventure film is like trying too hard or something. Carnal knowledge, I don't know. I'm not urgently compelled by this cover. It is Mike Nichols. When from Mike Nichols' career? 1971. I mean, it looks cool. Looks like some pretty... I will look into this movie, but I won't buy it immediately. Let's also Rouge, I have already. Melville. Charade doesn't come out until June, and movies that are you cannot get 50% off on pre-orders. No thanks to Choose Me. Chunking Express is an interesting thought. I didn't particularly like it when I saw it in college, but I kind of think I'd be way more into it now. Wong Kar-wai, like his kind of debut. See, I was also originally...
You got all the time in the world. Come on, Carlo. Good night.
I looked into this kind of recently because when I saw them announce the 4K, I can't remember when they brought it to 4K, but when they brought it to 4K, I thought it was weird. I was like, isn't that movie shot on digital? And it absolutely is not. Like, it's shot on an incredibly beautiful, incredibly strange film stock. And I don't know what they were doing to make the film look the way that it does, but it's like, it's beautiful. It's like an incredibly beautiful movie. It's a thought. I don't yet own any Wong Kar-wai, and I am proud to say my poetry is only understood by that minority which is aware. I don't know if this is the one I would want to start with. Like, the obvious one to start with is In the Mood for Love, but I really like... I don't know. Yeah. Citizen Kane, I don't own. Again, this, like, maybe skews towards being, like, performative male to have this. But I actually don't know if Citizen Kane has, like, actually maybe, like, rounded the bend. And maybe it's actually, like, more uncool to like Citizen Kane at this point than it is cool to, like, say you like Citizen Kane. Like, it became so emblematic of like film historian, film bro, film class stuff that I actually think it became very uncool to say that you like Citizen Kane. I've only seen it once, but I actually do really like Citizen Kane. Like, I do actually think it's a very good movie, and I do actually think it's very, very... I think it's like... It's overhyped for some people, but I actually think it's, like, legitimately a very good film. I'll consider that. Class 2 release. I don't know this, but oh, it actually came out. So okay, so that's not a pre-order notice. Not interested in any way. Chronos, early Guillermo del Toro. Del Toro is actually a huge supporter of Criterion. Like, it's my understanding, every movie he releases, regardless of who the distributor is, it is an obligation. He makes sure that they must allow him to release his movies on Criterion because he wants to support Criterion's mission, which I think is very cool. I like Chronos. It's not not a priority for me to own. Art by Mike Mignola, though, on the cover. Mike Mignola, of course, the artist behind Hellboy, which, of course, Guillermo del Toro directed the adaptation of. Crossing Delancey, I don't know. David Byrne's American Utopia, I don't care about. Days of Heaven, I have 4K. Truly one of the most beautiful films ever shot. Terrence Malick, of course. Just, like, unbelievably gorgeous movie. Dazed and Confused, very fun. I don't think I care about it, especially not on 4K. Dead Man, pretty cool, pretty good. I think probably my favorite Jim Jarmusch, but again, I don't know if I care about it that much. The Dead by John Huston. I always forget how his name is said. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know. Like, again, I have other priorities, and this is already taking me way longer than I thought it was going to be. Like, I'm going much slower than I thought I would. So I need to hurry up, everybody. I can only stick around another 30 minutes. And we only really have tonight for me to record. This is not like I can do episode 2 tomorrow. Demon Pond, I don't know this one. Desperate Living, I don't own any John Waters yet. I don't know if I care about John Waters on 4K though. Like, I'd probably be okay with most John Waters films just on regular Blu-ray. I think most of them would hold up fine on regular Blu-ray. Devil in the Blue Dress, good movie. I don't know if I would call it a great movie, so not going to go for it. Don't Look Now, very, very good. Not a priority. Double Indemnity I've never seen. Classic Billy Wilder, but I've never seen. Drugstore Cowboy, not mega motivated to. I don't love Gus Van Sant. There's Gus Van Sant I like, but not a priority. L, I don't know. I actually really don't know Louis Buñuel super well. Eyes Wide Shut, I'm kind of cautiously intrigued about. So even though I've seen all of Kubrick's other films, I've never actually seen Eyes Wide Shut. I know all about it. I've seen like a million parodies of it. I don't know if I want to commit to it because, again, I haven't seen it, but for the most part, I like Kubrick. It's just a question of, like, do I like this to the degree to which I like 2001 and The Shining and Barry Lyndon? Or is this in the kind of, like, too cold, too clinical, I'm disinterested in it space that, like, Clockwork Orange and what's it called? Full Metal Jacket end up in. I Just Thought of Face, awesome movie. Don't need it. Farewell My Concubine, I have. Fear and Loathing, I dislike. Probably the one Terry Gilliam that I can immediately think of and be like, oh yeah, I don't like this movie. Even Tideland, I actually kind of like. Fear and Loathing, I don't. Fire on the Plain, haven't seen. Fisher King, great movie. More Terry Gilliam. He's not top end Gilliam for me, but I do like it. 5 Easy Pieces pre-order. Flow, I still haven't seen this yet. The animated film from the other year, all done in Blender. That's a thought. I do want to watch this movie, but I'm not buying the Blu-ray till I've seen it. For All Mankind, no thank you. French Dispatch I would consider. So French Dispatch isn't a particularly beloved Wes Anderson. Like, I think that there's a lot of people who are quick to kind of dismiss it in the grand scheme of things. I liked it a lot. I actually really, really liked it a lot. Like, it's not a top 3 Wes Anderson for me, but it's in the top half of his filmography. I actually like Wes Anderson in general. Like, I know a lot of people got tired of his shtick, and a lot of people are, like, quick to be critical of him. I, for the most part, am not tired of him. Like, I would say, in fact, I shouldn't say for the most part. I should say I am not tired of Wes Anderson, period. I don't love all of his films, but I think that he is a consistently interesting director, and I don't people will say, oh, he repeats himself too much, and I think if you think Wes Anderson repeats himself too much, I would say you are stupid. I think you're a stupid person. Like, sorry, like, it's okay to dislike his films, like, feel free to dislike him, but, like, saying that he repeats himself is like wrong. Like, I think you're just, like, objectively verifiably wrong, and I think it's, like, not an opinion for me to say that you're objectively wrong if you say he repeats himself. Like most of his movies are not very similar to each other. Like they have a bunch of he has a really, really, really repetitious, like raw technical execution of shot composition, but his actual screenplay, how he's constructing his films, they're all completely different from each other. This is an anthology film. It's multiple short films stuck together, not one continuous narrative. It has a 2D hand animated sequence. Do we have that? Do we have any clips from that in the no? Okay, but yeah, so there's there's a 2D hand animated sequence in this, for example. I don't have this one yet. I will. This is probably a lock for one of my 4 slots. I did think about getting this, but it's and it is half off. At one point, I thought about getting this. They did his first 10 films as this box set, and it was $500, 50% off to be $249.97. That would be the cost of buying his first 10 films on 4K, right? Plus you get a special box set, and I think there's a bunch of other special features that are maybe unique to it, but it's I would have considered buying this at $250, the 50% off, if not for the fact that I already own a bunch of his films, right? So I own the Criterions for Fantastic Mr. Fox, Royal Tenenbaums, Grand Budapest Hotel, and then I own the Blu-ray for Moonrise Kingdom. So already it's I would be double dipping on the set of 10. It doesn't make sense for me to get this unless I sell all of my others. And even then it's also kind of an ostentatious object. So I don't know. If I win the lottery someday, if I win the lottery and I'm suddenly worth $100 million, I'll buy this and give away my other Wes Andersons. But the other thing is that not only do I own the Wes Andersons that I most like, and not Image, okay, fine, it doesn't let me go. So the ones I don't have Bottle Rocket, but I don't really like Bottle Rocket. It's a student film basically, so I never have any intention of getting Bottle Rocket. I like Rushmore, and I imagine I will someday get Rushmore, but that's one. Have Royal Tenenbaums. Life Aquatic I like, but I don't love. Darjeeling I like, but I don't love. Life Aquatic is a minor priority to me, less of a priority than Rushmore, but I would consider getting Life Aquatic on 4K eventually. Darjeeling I like, but it's not a priority. Fox I have, Moonrise I have, Grand Budapest I have. Isle of Dogs I didn't like. It's the only Wes Anderson that I would immediately say oh yeah, I actually just outright don't like this movie. French Dispatch is the last one on here we're missing out on. That is a priority for me. So yeah, it's probably a lock. Funny Girl, classic, not a priority. Godzilla.
Did you hear what he said?
They had this huge Godzilla set a few years ago, and I think it's not. It's only Blu-ray is the problem. So I would rather get this. This is the entire Showa era minus one movie. I think they missed. They had to separately get rights to one movie for some reason. This is a very beautiful set. They got original art for every single movie, and I think they got Jeff Darrow, one of my favorite artists. Did they get the Godzilla comic guy? What's his name? Arthur Adams, Angela Rizza. One Auto Robot, Benjamin Mara, Simon Gain, Robert Gooden, Sophie Campbell, awesome. Jorge Coelho, awesome. Jeff Darrow, one of my favorites ever. Becky Cloonan, awesome. Ron Wimberly, awesome. Bad art. Ron, I love you. You're like an unbelievable artist. One of the weakest pieces in the set, sorry. Okay, so they don't have the guy I was thinking of. The guy who did Orkstain. What's his name? James Sticco? Orkstain? James Sticco. He did Godzilla comics. I would have assumed that they would have gotten him to do one. But anyway. If this comes to 4K, I'd be inclined to get this rather than just getting Godzilla. Godzilla Biollante, very cool. Greg Araki's Teen Apocalypse trilogy, cool, but I don't want to pay that much for it. Grifters, very cool. Don't care. Pinocchio, I go back and forth on. Gummo, never. No, thank you. Lahane, amazing film. Don't really want it. Hairspray, love it. Very cute movie. I like the musical more. I love this cover, by the way. So, also a pre-order. So, wouldn't be able to do it if I wanted to anyway. Happiness, absolutely no. No, thank you. Never. Great art by Daniel Klaus on the cover of this one, though. Hard Day's Night, fun, but no thank you. Hell's Angels. Do I know this movie? Howard Hughes, Hell's Angels. I don't, so we're not considering it. We gotta zoom, people. We have 15 minutes before I should get off. High and Low, amazing movie. There's other Kurosawas again that I would prefer over this, though. His Girl Friday, fabulous, so fun. I might actually consider His Girl Friday. That could be... I don't have a ton of this kind of classic comedy thing. I do have some Like It Hot. I got that in the last sale also. This is a thought. I'll consider His Girl Friday. History of Violence, good Cronenberg film. Not one I really care about revisiting. I'm kind of surprised. Is Eastern Promises on Criterion and they just don't have a 4K? Because I'd more readily get Eastern Promises. Doesn't appear to be on Criterion. I would get Criterion in terms of like Viggo Mortensen, David Cronenberg. House Party, love that it's on Criterion, but not gonna drop that money. I'm Cuba, I've never seen, but I hear is outstanding. I Know Where I'm Going by Powell and Pressburger. Love Powell and Pressburger. I actually haven't seen this one, so I might just put that on my watch list. Heat of the Night, outstanding movie, but not going to go for it. In the Mood for Love. We talked about this. We talked about how if I'm going to get a Wong Kar-wai, do I want Chungking Express versus In the Mood for Love? This movie's incredible. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil anything about it, but just breathtakingly incredible movie. It's serious consideration. It's not, the things that I wouldn't necessarily consider one of my favorites, and like I don't know. I'm back and forth on it. Well, I don't want to drag. Isle of Dogs, as we mentioned, the only Wes Anderson I think I actually dislike. It was just an accident. Is a pre-order. Walk to the Zombie, cute. I hate this cover, and I don't feel like I need a 4K of it. 2 films. No, thank you. This is a collector set. Also pre-order. This could actually be like a fun one to get eventually. I've only seen Boys in the Hood. I haven't seen Poetic Justice or Baby Boy. It's cool that this exists. I'll consider it someday. Jojo Dancer, Your Life is Calling. I've actually never seen this movie. This I might add to my watch list also. I actually don't know almost anything about this movie. Yeah, I'll watch that at some point. Don't know Killer of Sheep. Killers of the Flower Moon. That actually coming out today. Hypothetically, are you even available for the... Yeah, it's on sale. Came out today and it's already on sale. I actually haven't seen it yet, I'm sorry to say. Yeah, it was a 4-hour movie, man. I'm not gonna... I didn't see it in theaters, sorry. Kiss of the Spider Woman, cool, but I gotta keep rolling. Last Empire, great. I don't think so. Last Picture Show, maybe?
What are you trying to say?
I can't see myself watching it often, and that is a factor, right? Like, part of why I'm choosing these aren't just like... They're movies that I both enjoy watching myself, but also would want to show to other people. And like something that I could foresee myself wanting to watch at least like once a year is like part of the strategy on Blu-ray buying. Malcolm X, I'm kind of interested in and I'm thinking about. It's a great movie. I don't have any Spike Lees right now either, right? I want Do the Right Thing. Like, I want Do the Right Thing more than I want Malcolm X, but Do the Right Thing is only on Blu-ray right now. And I'm not going to buy the Blu-ray if there's a chance that a 4K could come out. And I kind of feel that, like, Malcolm X might be Spike Lee's, like, magnum opus. But I just like Do the Right Thing more. And,
I'm sorry.
yeah, I kind of feel like I'm just going to wait for Do the Right Thing to get the 4K treatment. Lost Highway, amazing, but there's other Lynches I'd probably consider ahead of it. Man Who Wasn't There, we've talked Coens already. Good movie, underrated movie.
Nobody knows that Walter Paisley is born.
But I don't know if I'll ever get this one on 4K. It's a good movie, but again, it's one that like I've only seen once and I've never felt strong about revisiting. And I do like the Coens quite a bit, right? Like I said, like A Serious Man is one of my favorite movies. I do love Barton Fink. I love No Country for Old Men. Big Lebowski, of course, outstanding. Fargo, of course, outstanding. There's other Coens. This is a very good movie that I don't feel the need or desire to rewatch. McCabe and Miss Miller. I like Robert Altman. I don't know. There's other Altman. Again, this is like the cliche, but it's like there's other Altmans that I would prioritize. Like I would rather have Nashville than McCabe and Miss Miller. Nashville is Robert Altman, right? I'm not. No. Film. Yeah, Robert Altman. Yeah. If this gets 4K, this was on Criterion. It is on Criterion, I should say, but it's just Blu-ray, and it's out of print. If Nashville gets 4K treatment, that's another one that I'm probably in on early. Like that'd be a priority. Mean Streets is an interesting one to me. Again, I prefer Taxi Driver. Mean Street's cool. Mean Street's really, really weird, really, really nasty. Just visually, I think it's such a gorgeous movie. I'm going to think about Mean Streets. Mean Streets is on the list as an option. Menace to Society is also awesome, but not a priority. Sorry. Mishima, I have. Life of Brian, pre-order. Moon Age Daydream, I don't really care that much about. Mother, I don't know. The Mother and the Horror, I don't know. Mulholland Drive, I'm cautiously interested in having. I've only seen it once. and I thought it was very good. I have subsequently seen more Lynch, and I think I appreciate Lynch more, so I imagine that I would appreciate Mulholland Drive more. I'm inclined to say I might rewatch it before I dip in. The other thing about it is that I guess I would want it 4K, but ironically, like, half the movie would look better, noticeably better than the other half, I think. Because I believe half of the movie is shot on one film stock and the other half is shot on another film stock, because it is my understanding, and like true Lynch heads could like tell me if I'm correct in my understanding of this, that Mulholland Drive was supposed to be the pilot for a new TV show after Twin Peaks, and the pilot didn't get picked up, and he took the footage from that pilot and he turned it into like half of this movie. And the point where the two actresses switch roles, and the situation where they switch roles and they, or I guess maybe not switch roles, switch names. See how it has the slashes or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, the point where they swap in the story is related to him swapping from the pilot to like rounding out the story as its own movie. It's a thought. Network is a thought. Network, I thought about calling a lock. It might be it and French Dispatch might be my locks right now. 2 out of 4. 4K's out of stock. It just came out. How are you out of stock? Okay, I might have to buy this not 50% off. Like, I might have to go to Amazon and see if Amazon has it. Because you can usually get good prices. Like, you can't get a full 50% off, but you can usually get a Criterion 4K on Amazon maybe for like $32 or something. I could check to see if Barnes & Noble still has it. But man, if they're out of stock already in the Criterion store, that's rough. I was about to hit add to cart. Dang, man, that's a bummer. I was about to. Okay, we gotta add this before it goes out. Nightmare Alley I still haven't seen. I have a friend who said it was very bad. Night Moves, I don't know. Do I know? Maybe I do know. It looks familiar, but I can't recall. Night of the Living Dead I already have. No Country for Old Men I don't have, and I'm just debating, do I want it? Or again, am I going to be stubborn and wait for the Coens? Wait for other Coens that I want more? Because the Coens are also they're also directors who are really committed to supporting Criterion as a business. And I kind of feel like eventually all of their movies will make it to Criterion. I'm debating. I'll think about this. We're going to leave it in its own tab. Okja, I haven't seen. I hear it's kind of bad. Haven't seen One False Move. The Others is good. It's another one I just don't want to own. Paper Moon. I think I saw it in college, but I don't really remember it well. Parastax is another one I saw in college. Great movie. Don't really care to own it. Peeping Tom, I'm kind of interested in. Michael Powell of the Powell and Pressburger duo. This was his solo film. very akin to Psycho in some regards, like a British. Well, I guess I was gonna say British Psycho, but like Hitchcock was British, but kind of weird proto slasher movie. Beautiful, beautiful film. Powell and Pressburger are like incredibly beautiful image makers. Like I do love them as image makers, and even solo Powell is like quite strong. It's a thought. I would think about Peeping Tom. Pew's Big Adventure, love that it's in the collection. Don't care about owning it. Perfect Days I haven't seen yet. Don't know Performance at all. Don't know the piano at all. Picnic at Hanging Rock is awesome. It's a great movie that I don't know how much you're getting out of 4K on it. It's a beautiful film, but yeah, you can see from the film grain. Actually, you know what? These actually look pretty good. Maybe they cleared up more of the grain than I thought. Okay, that's a thought. It's a great movie. Playtime by Jacques Tati, amazing. For anyone who's into, I mean, I guess if you're watching this, you're into YouTube. If any of you know the channel Video Game Donkey, not joking, Video Game Donkey, the donkey who does the funny video games, the funny video game videos. He has an amazing video about Jacques Tati. That's like one of his only film videos. It's actually like an unbelievably good video essay about film, considering that he's like a video game guy, not a movie guy. I would consider Playtime. It's not a priority to me, but I would consider it. Don't care about Point Blank. Also, it's a pre-order. Power of the Dog. This is one of those new ones. This was like an Oscar buzzy one from 2021. Did this get Best Picture? Academy Award for Direction. Nope. I don't know this one at all. I haven't seen it yet. We'll get there someday. Princess Bride I have. Punch Drunk Love, I love this movie. It's so good. I saw it in theaters. Not when it came out, but like it got like it went back to theaters. Like I saw like a special screening. Incredibly good movie. Amazing performance by Adam Sandler. It's not a comedy, it is a drama. Amazing performance by Philip Seymour Hoffman. It's one that I could see myself getting on Blu-ray. Like if I could find a used Blu-ray of it or something for $10, I'd probably prefer that. I don't know if I need it 4K. Raging Bull, amazing. But we've talked about it. I don't know Read My Lips, don't know Real Life. Well, I haven't seen Real Life. I know Real Life, but...
I had to go to the Santo Domingo bar, and I had to find...
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I should watch that at some point. Red Shoes, Powell and Pressburger. Generally thought of as their masterpiece. It's either this or Black Narcissus, which I have the Blu-ray of Black Narcissus. Which might actually be broken if Black Narcissus goes to Blu-ray or to 4K. I mean, I might upgrade because my disc, I'll try it again, but I had read malfunctions on it last time I tried playing it. So I might need a new one, or I might need to go to like, as 2000s as this sounds, I might need to go to like a repair place to see if someone can like repair my copy of Black Narcissus by Powell and Pressburger. Repo Man, awesome. I'm gonna rewatch it before I commit to the Blu-ray though. Risky Business, great. Again, it's like populist film. I'll probably never buy it, but so fun. Roaring 20s, I don't know. Renoir's Rules of the Game. One of the all-time greats, of course. It's another one in the Citizen Kane territory where I just wonder, am I being a performative male by having Rules of the Game on my shelf? Salam Bombay, I don't know. Desamalai, I do in fact have Blu-ray, not 4K, over on the shelf. Howard Hawks' Scarface, don't care. Sentiment of Value, I've not seen this one. It's also a pre-order, so we can't use it, but this is the cover that was done by Chris Ware. Seven Samurai, I have Blu-ray. Seventh Seal, I have Blu-ray. Shaft is an interesting one to me. Directed by the great, calling him director Gordon Parks. I mean, he is a director because he directed a movie, but like movies. Gordon Parks, of course, one of the best known photojournalists of the 20th century, photographers of the 20th century, because he also did fine art photography, artist in general, amazing writer as well. Parks is amazing, and I never knew he directed Shaft until very recently. There is a part of me that over Shaft, I kind of wish they had, is it The Learning Tree? Gordon Parks, The Learning Tree? Yeah, so The Learning Tree was his first film. It was also, yeah, a novel. It's like loosely autobiographical. I'd be more intrigued in that over Shaft, but Shaft would be fun. I'm going to keep Shaft on the list. That might be a consideration. Shape of Water, good movie. I don't need to own. Good movie. I also say maybe good, not great. Shoe Shine, I've never seen. Some Like It Hot, I have. Sorcerer is an interesting option to me. William Friedkin's Sorcerer. I'm gonna keep thinking about Sorcerer. That's an interesting consideration too. Sound of Metal. What is this again? 2019.
The 20th century occurred in Havana, Cuba.
I don't know this one. I don't think I've actually seen this. So okay. Stray Dog by Kurosawa, awesome, but a pre-order. Blade by Tsui Hark. Pardon me. Awesome, but a pre-order. Heroic Trio Executioners. I've not seen the Executioners. I have seen Heroic Trio. Very weird movie. Very cool, very weird movie that kind of only barely holds together as a narrative. Has a young Michelle Yeoh in it, as well as Maggie Chung, legendary. Anita Mui, I don't know if I know it quite as well, but cool movie that only barely holds together as a narrative. Executioners, I don't know. Apparently it's a sequel, but I've seen some amount of commentary online from people who are like real like Hong Kong people who are like Hong Kong cinema buffs who are like, oh yeah, oh man, it's so awesome that Criterion is doing Heroic Trio. What a legendary movie. What the fuck is the Executioners? Because it seems like Heroic Trio is like quite beloved. Executioners, it seems like, is not particularly well known. Cool, weird movie. 2 movies for 30 is a better deal than 1 movie for 25, I would consider it. I would consider it. I mean, it breaks my rule a little bit, but Thelma and Louise, another one of those populist choices. Collector set of westerns. Musketeers film set. Wes Anderson archive we talked about. Michael Mann's Thief, very good. As so often has been the case when we've been talking about these 4Ks. There's other Michael Manns I would rather have. If they get Manhunter on here, I'm in on Manhunter day one. Love Manhunter. Man with 1 N, not 2 like his last name. 32 short films about Glenn Gould by François Girard. This is about the composer, right? Or musician. I don't know if he's a composer. I remember seeing a very impassioned review about this film from Siskel or Ebert. I can't remember who. I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to buy it, but still. This is Spinal Tap. Love this movie. Don't need it as a Criterion. I had the regular DVD. I would buy the regular DVD again. Rip to Rob Reiner, one of the greatest, of course, and he also did Princess Bride. Love Rob Reiner. I don't need Spinal Tap in 4K. Sorry. 3 Colors. I do have already on Blu-ray. I kind of want it on 4K, but again, we're going to stick with stuff I don't have. Time Bandits I have. To Die For, don't care. Trainspotting is great. I don't know if I want it. I don't know if I want Trainspotting. I'm going to think about it for a minute. The Trial by Orson Welles, starring Anthony Perkins, a.k.a. Norman Bates himself. Based on the unfinished novel by Franz Kafka, indeed. Incredible movie. Truly shockingly beautiful film. Late Orson Welles. Really, really good movie. I don't imagine myself watching it often, but we're going to keep it in the tab list. Triangle of Sadness I haven't seen yet. I've heard mixed things. Trouble in Paradise by Lubitsch, interesting, but pre-order. And also there's going to be a Lubitsch musicals box set coming out soon, and I might consider the box set. Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. I don't know if I just want the movie. If Criterion gets Twin Peaks the entire TV series as a box set, I'll be there day one, but I don't think I just want the movie. Ugetsu, of course, amazing. Kenji Mizuguchi. If they get Woman in the Dunes, again, I'd prefer that over Ugetsu. Umbrellas of Cherbourg by Jacques Demy. I don't think I want this, but it is a cool movie.
What happens with all that mob? I don't know. I thought we just have an officer too, but it looks like
Uncut Gems, incredible movie I don't want to own. Incredible movie. It's just like too stressful for me to want to watch on a regular basis. Kind of cliche. As like someone who likes horror movies, like you'd think that I'd be better dealing with stress, but Uncut Gems is like a different kind of stress that is like verging on cringe comedy at times, in a way that like having horror movie levels of stress about like physical peril combined with like cringe comedy cringe. It's a great movie that I don't want to own, even though I do like it quite a bit. Videodrome I own. Virgin Suicides I've still never seen. I'm not a mega Sofia Coppola fan though, so not a priority for me to see it, even though I should at some point. Viridiana. Again, I don't know this being very well. Wages of Fear, outstanding, but no thank you. Walkabout, very good. I saw this in college as well. Don't need to own. Wall-E, again, a populist thing. Good, I don't need to own, and there's other Criterion. There's other Pixar films I wish were on Criterion over Wall-E, even though I understand why Wall-E is the one Pixar on Criterion. I love The Incredibles. I have Incredibles on Blu-ray. If Incredibles comes to Criterion, I would upgrade. If Ratatouille ever comes to Criterion, I'd probably get that as well. I like Wall-E. I just don't ever feel like I want to rewatch it. Like, I respect it as a film, but it's not something I care to rewatch often. Vecmaster Harmonies, Meister Harmonies, excuse me. By Bela Tarr, recently passed away, I believe, right? Bela Tarr, another director. Yeah, he died earlier this year. A genius. I kind of would be intrigued, even though, again, it's kind of performative male. If they get Sutton Tango or Turin Horse, I would probably consider them. I don't know if I want Meister Harmonies. Winchester 73, don't care about. Wings of Desire, very good, but I don't want to own. Withnail and I'm cautiously intrigued about. I haven't seen it. I need to see it. It seems like a movie I will like when I get a chance to finally watch it. The Wiz, fabulous, but I don't care that much about it. Like, landmark film, amazing, like, visually and like conceptually incredibly cool. But yeah, I just don't. I don't know. I'm honestly not a big Wizard of Oz person in general. Like, if like the actual like Judy Garland Wizard of Oz was on Criterion, I also probably wouldn't buy it. Like, much less the Wiz. Sorry. Yee, I've still never seen. Yojimbo Sanjuro, very, very cool, and we love Kurosawa in this household, but again, not a priority for me, I guess. Like, as I think about my collection as a whole, besides hitting a lot on my favorite directors, I am also trying to like spread out and get directors who I don't currently have. So like, because I already have Kurosawa represented, I'm a little less inclined to focus on him. I guess for the sake of it, I do have my Criterion list available. So just to touch base on some other ones that we haven't talked about. On Blu-ray, I also have Black Narcissus by Powell and Pressburger, we talked about. Pan's Labyrinth by Guillermo del Toro. I'm kind of surprised isn't on 4K yet. Did I miss it? I mean, like, it's not that I'd be buying it right now, but they haven't upgraded that to 4K yet. That's kind of surprising to me, both because Del Toro is so supportive and also because it's got to be like his best seller. I would think it would be. Let's see what else. Fantastic Planet I have, the animated French film, fabulous. Tokyo Drifter by Seijun Suzuki, who did Branded to Kill, who we mentioned. Tampopo. Is Tampopo not on 4K? I guess it's not, huh? Love Tampopo, one of my absolute favorite movies. I guess it's not. Okay. Love Tampopo. Fabulous. Stalker by Tarkovsky. I'm also surprised that's not on 4K. I would think of that as being like a hot seller. Police Story and Police Story 2. Jackie Chan classics, of course. Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs not being on 4K is also kind of shocking to me. Am I wrong, or are they just not listing it? One second. Silence of the Lambs. I assumed it would be on 4K. No, it's only Blu-ray. Really strange. Well, I'm not going to upgrade it. I love my copy. I mean, honestly, none of these I'm going to upgrade. Unless I urgently have to. Yeah, Mishima we talked about. I have Decalogue, also Krzysztof Kieslowski. Looks amazing on Blu-ray. If that ever comes to 4K, I don't know if I would even upgrade because like it was mastered for television, so I don't think I would get it. I have Vampire. I have All That Jazz. All That Jazz not on 4K also? I guess not. That's my... Oh no, I do have more. I'm looking through my list. Sorry. Yeah, Princess Bride, Days of Heaven, Farewell My Concubine, Some Like It Hot. Okay. Okay. Let's make some picks, everybody.
I devised my undetectable radio set using simulated hot dogs
So
and tubes inside of dill pickles while watching a number of sewer workmen during lunch.
I might make my picks off stream because it is hard to commit.
One little slip and for Davy Jones' locker. Hello, Havana. This is Agent XK-150. Over. I'm making my first official report.
Yeah, I'm going to need to think about this for a minute. French Dispatch is a lock. Network not being in here did throw me off a bit. Because that was the other one I had in my head going into the sale. That was going to be a lock. In the Mood for Love is such an unbelievably good film. I just don't know if I would as readily watch it as I would watch Chungking Express. Even though I think I like In the Mood for Love more. I don't know if I would watch it as readily. Mean Streets. Let's see what we can knock out. What can we say is not a lot? I don't think I want Altered States, at least not right now. Maybe when the Barnes & Noble sale rolls around in the summer, I would consider Altered States. And I want Criterion to have more sci-fi. But I think we'll hold off for now. Citizen Kane, I'm going to hold off on for now also. His Girl Friday, I'm going to hold off on. Mulholland Drive, I think I've committed to the idea I need to rewatch before I commit to it. No Country for Old Men is outstanding, but I keep falling back on this idea that there's other Coens I would rather have a 4K Criterion of first. And it's like, if I could get A Serious Man or Barton Fink, or honestly even Big Lebowski, I think I would take all of those ahead of No Country for Old Men. Let's actually look at Coen Brothers. Filmography. Such a good filmography. I love the Coen Brothers. Raising Arizona, pretty compelling to me. Barton Fink, again, we said was probably a lock for me. That's like a proxy I love. I don't think I would get on 4K. Fargo, I would consider historically not one of my absolute favorite Coens, but such a good movie. Big Lebowski, I've come to love. I didn't love it at first, honestly, but it's grown on me over the years, and it's like increasingly elevated itself where it's not quite... It's not Barton Fink, A Serious Man level. I don't think it's even No Country for Old Men level, but it's like it's pretty high up there. And I think I would watch it more than No Country for Old Men if we're talking about how like I'm like buying around watchability. Man Who Wasn't There we talked about. Intolerable Cruelty is okay. Lady Killers, often thought of as like one of their first movies, or one of their worst movies. I thought it was fine. It's not great, but No Country for Old Men, outstanding. Burn After Reading, outstanding. I would probably also get a Burn After Reading Criterion. Yeah. Serious Man, we've established, one of my absolute favorite movies. True Grit, excellent movie that I don't know if I would rewatch very often. Inside Llewyn Davis, same deal, excellent movie. I don't know if I'd rewatch it that often. Hail Caesar, liked it a lot. Don't think I would. I guess I would probably rewatch it now and then, but like, I don't have any attachment to it. Ballad of Buster Scruggs, very good. I still haven't seen Joel's Tragedy of Macbeth. I guess I should do that soon. And then Ethan's movies, Driveway Dolls and Honey Don't. I still haven't seen those. I hear they're not very good. They are Ethan's movies that he did with his wife. He's in a non-traditional marriage. His wife is a lesbian, and both he and his wife separately have partners, but he and his wife have stayed married, and they're like business partners in addition to being married. And these solo movies that he's done without his brother are like he and his lesbian wife having fun making movies together. I'm gonna keep No Country up on the docket for a second. Peeping Tom. I think I'm gonna hold off on. I kind of want to wait to see, I guess, like, again, with the Powell and Pressburger thing, if Black Narcissus ever comes to 4K, that's the priority for me. Also, frankly, if Tales of Hoffman ever comes to 4K, I would love a Tales of Hoffman Criterion. Picnic at Hanging Rock is kind of... kind of compelling for me. I might think about that. Separately, off stream, I'm gonna watch some trailers to like get like a vibe check on these. I think I'm gonna commit to the heroic films, Heroic Trio Executioners. I love Hong Kong cinema. I don't think I want Train Spotting, but I'm gonna watch the trailer again. I'm pretty committed to the fact I don't want The Trial. I haven't seen With Nail and Eye, so that's just on my like need to watch list. Sorcerer. I'm gonna watch the trailer again, get the vibe. Shaft's trailer might throw me off, is the problem. You know, it's such an iconic trailer. Oh, does it have the entire second movie? Okay, see, that actually kind of... that's kind of compelling to me. Also covered by Bill Sienkiewicz. I didn't recognize it as a Sienkiewicz. It doesn't look like a Sienkiewicz painting. There's moments in it that I see as being like very him. It doesn't have the jittery line work I associate with his work. Anyway, fuck it. I'm gonna say Shaft. Let's get Shaft on the list. So we got one more slot to fill, and it could be Mean Streets. I think it's not going to be Breathless. Could be Chungking Express. Let's get rid of those. Could be Chungking Express. Could be In the Mood for Love. Could be Mean Streets. I'm going to hold off on No Country. Could be Picnic at Hanging Rock. I'm going to hold off on Playtime. I like, you know, Jacques Tati is so cool. But yeah, complete Jacques Tati, if they ever bring this to 4K, He only, pardon me. So he only ever did, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movies. I'm kind of inclined to wait. If we get this on 4K, I think getting a complete set is a little more compelling to me than just getting playtime on its own. Sorcerer is kind of leading the pack for me right now, even though I thought I was going to get a Wong Kar-wai. And I think Trainspotting I'm gonna knock away too. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna watch the trailer for Trainspotting and do a vibe check. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fighting over our last spot. 4K Blu-ray of Trainspotting is sold out, so never mind. We got 5. Are there any other sold out 4K Blu-rays? No. Okay. We're down to 5, everybody. Sorcerer, Picnic at Hanging Rock, Mean Streets, In the Mood for Love, Chungking Express. Okay. I kind of feel like Sorcerer is leading the pack. Yeah, I'm surprised to say it, because I didn't go into the sale thinking this was on my list. Or at least very high on my list. I was thinking, again, a Wong Kar-wai or Mean Streets. I wasn't thinking Shaft would end up in the final selection either, but like I kind of get I'm kind of getting a good vibe from Shaft. I think it's like the right choice. Okie doke. Well, I'll report back on this next time I stream. Sorry I haven't gotten as into Silent Hill as I wanted, but it's been a busy time at work. So hopefully soon. I think that's that. I think we're done. I think this is a fun yap stream. I hope. I think I came to some interesting and good decisions and resolved some ideas for myself. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you around some other time for Silent Hill or something. I'm gonna there's a bunch of games I need to play soon. So anyway.